saying Oregon with 3 syllables like a non-Oregonian?
Oregon?
Oregon. 3 syllables.
But Oregon is 3 syllables.
It's 2.
People don't say Oregon.
I do say Oregon.
No, it's Oregon. I'm the one who was born there.
I know. We're not going to meet in the middle on this.
Oh my God. On this episode of Art of the Short, Lil Shorty, Bethers reads you a story where a wife and mother leaves her family to pursue a dream, to make herself whole, happily climbing her invisible ladder. We'll meet the Mime-Artist, who is a little drunk, but that's okay.
We'd like to remind you that all episodes of Art of the Short contain explicit content, and that a link to this week's short story will be provided in the show notes just for you. Art of the Short is an interactive literary art installation. Our Little Shorty episodes feature stories by you. Yes, we're going to read a short story written by you, and of course, we'll make art of our interpretations.
Join the conversation and send us your artwork to add to the gallery. To learn how, go to artoftheshort.com and follow the installation on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Art of the Short to see what others think of this short story through their art.
Jori.
Bethany.
Hey there.
Hi. How was your art?
Oh, thank you for asking. I waited for the divine spirit to deliver a gift to me.
Oh, shit.
You know, I waited patiently, then impatiently.
Oh.
And the day came. I needed to act.
Yeah.
The strike of the clock, the moment it needed to arrive, it came to my mind. First came... Oh, I shouldn't tell you the pieces, but I did do it. I was just going to lay out all my mediums for you. I guess I could, but
no.
It is here. It is with us. It is upon us. And I'm so grateful.
It is alive.
What was your journey?
I mean, I'll cut to the chase.
Please.
I'm just going to cut to the fucking chase.
Please.
I felt a little tortured.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I felt... uncomfortable.
Oh, by your art choice? By what has happened?
By everything. The experience. We're going to get into this later.
Oh my God. Tortured. Dear reader, dear listener.
Tortured, uncomfortable, and let me tell you, it put me in a weird mood for the entire day.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I know this sounds terrible. And you know what? Honestly, it was terrible for me. But you just have to keep listening to know what I'm talking about.
Did we transcend what came out of it?
Well, something happened, and this is going to be maybe an experimental...
A phoenix from the ashes?
No, it was not a phoenix. You know, I made this art coming from a very different place than I normally make art.
I'm really interested to see if it translates.
I don't know. We'll have to talk about it.
Absolutely. We'll talk it out.
And work through my feelings. This was... You know, I was feeling some things.
I look forward to that.
Oh my God, and I look forward to yours.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my work this season has been described as a gem, a treasure. I think this is right. I think this is right in line with that. I think it's par for the course.
And I would not expect anything less from you. Oh my God, goddamn motherfuckers. Bethany's going to read us a story. Let's do it. This week's short story is by Jonathan Cardew. Originally from the UK, we've managed to find Cardew currently writing from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His work has appeared in Wigleaf, Passage North, Best Microfiction 2021, and he's recently published his very first chapbook called A World Beyond Cardboard. So definitely be sure to go check that out. To learn more about Jonathan and all that he gets up to, you can find him on Twitter at CardewJCardew.
Featured on Longleaf Review, this is The Mime-Artist is a Little Drunk, But That's Okay by Jonathan Cardew. The Mime-Artist slides her white-gloved hands over an invisible wall. It's seriously slippery, and she can't get a grip. Her husband says, "You need to get a grip." She knows what he means. For the children. Oh God, the children. For me. She investigates an invisible tree, strokes her fingers over its branches. At the end of one, she plucks an apple and holds it up to the light. "Don't," he says. She widens her eyes, makes moons. When in doubt, this is what she resorts to. "I'm going to France," she says, studying the apple, turning it. "St. Malo." She crunches in, making no sound. "Professionally, I need to." Brittany fairies and a litany of texts. The water washing up against the portholes. Is there somebody else? The gray slit of the horizon. Do I know him? A shoreline approaching. Do I know you? "La France!" shouts the Mime-Artist, silently. And more quietly, "La France." A small boy notices her scanning the port. "France is huge," says the boy, demonstrating with his arms, spreading them wide. "This big." The Mime-Artist wags her finger, shakes her head. She places her thumb and forefinger together, squeezes tight. "Tiny," she whispers through perfectly red lips. The bedsit is as expected, enough for one person to get drunk in. A yellowed fly curtain, a dubious stain on the wall, an Armenian couple next door shouting. She lip synchronizes and makes exaggerated hand movements, predicts the lengths of the Armenian's pauses. Later, she brushes her teeth in the mirror with a non-existent toothbrush, flosses without floss, smiles without feeling. In bed, with her knees up to her chest, she dials an invisible rotary phone and drinks real cognac, getting into the conversation. The next day, a small crowd gathers around the Mime-Artist. She has set up her brown leather suitcase in front of a small creperie. She pulls out a ladder, a very long one she can hardly keep upright because of its unwieldiness. The ladder is invisible, but somehow the Mime-Artist manages to land her feet on the rungs, and she begins climbing the ladder, straight up into the air. The crowd gasps, and for a minute, the Mime-Artist feels that familiar rush. In the act of mimicry, she is who she is. She is whole and unencumbered. She could carry on climbing, defying gravity, filling people with joy. It could go on. She misjudges one rung and falls. "I have some loose ends to tie up," says the Mime-Artist over the phone. Static now on the other end. How do you mime static, she thinks. By loose ends, she means more drinking. By loose ends, she means once you start pulling, you don't know where the thread's going to go. "I'll be back by October." She walks the city's walls, the ancient ones buttressing the old town, keeping the tall slate houses tight and locked in. The English Channel masses in the distance, layered gray and uninviting. The bottle she carries is real. Each sip she takes is real. Her heart beating invisibly in her chest is real, but she knows that nothing is really real until you have mimed it. She puts down the bottle, puts down her hat, waits for the crowd.
Art of the short, art of the short, art of the short.
Lil Shorty.
I'm going first this time with your art because you've been...
I've been jumping in.
Jumping right in. Be still, my heart. This is like so sweet. It has a romantic feel to it, like a Parisian little village.
It's like a Parisian storefront street.
It's kind of a surreal painting is what it looks like.
It's very surreal, yeah.
Yeah. So you see little shops across the street. We have like single ladder that you would maybe put up against a building.
That's right. That's right. It's both colorful and like one color. I don't know how it manages to be both, but
it's moody.
I haven't used watercolors for a while. I thought it would create a kind of gray, not solid, not oversaturated feeling.
Yeah.
The latter for me was a real takeaway. I think that's like the climax, the action of the story, and her really literally stepping into her art and into being brave and what that looks like. And I wanted to just give us an image of a ladder that goes on into the sky forever.
I love it. She's also a surreal artist, so it's like perfect. It's a perfect match.
Yes.
It has a similar... I mean, you're going to have to tell me, but I feel like there's a similar gloom to my art too.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh my. I have my hand on my heart. Oh my goodness.
It's gloomy.
Fade to black. Cut to black, really. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at them green eyes.
Yep.
So it's like a white background, which serves as the mime's white face paint.
Yeah.
And then she has like really thin, drawn on, really emotive eyebrows. Thin paint on her eyes, bright, reddy, pinky, circular cheeks, and then like the lips that are drawn on, like so itty bitty, like Hocus Pocus. And then in the video, we have this sad, moody piano music.
I know, this is sad.
Then a hand crosses over, and she has like rims across her eyelids and then big tears running down her cheek. And then is it like a white gloved hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, a white gloved hand swipes back up and the tears disappear. Wow.
White glove with the striped shirt. Classic.
What is yours? Is yours paint as well?
Mine is watercolor too.
It's really saturated though, so it's different in that way.
I've used watercolor maybe like twice in my life. Like I don't know how to use it. However, I discovered it's very forgiving.
Yeah, that's right.
You just put some water on there and it like helps you go along and every accident looks purposeful.
That's right. It's user-friendly.
Totally. I wanted to do like the traditional mime face where they like swipe up and do like
a new emotion.
Yes. I wanted to express the face that she puts on for the rest of the world. And then like behind that is her like in torture. She's a tortured artist. Okay. She is a tortured artist.
Have you seen a mime in real life?
Yes.
Wow.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I don't like mimes.
Oh.
I don't like clowns and I don't like mimes.
You didn't mention when I told you the story. Okay, but are you relating them and is that very respectful?
Yeah, a little bit. They get in your face and they say, "Do you believe me? Do you believe me? This is a wall. This is a wall. I'm eating an apple." And I'm like, dude, I believe you.
They are aggressive. They can be aggressive.
They can be aggressive.
And maybe that's the American tradition. I don't mean to misspeak of the French.
No, it probably is.
But American mimes can be a little too forward.
They're very forward. Like, don't get in my face, please. Stay like 10 feet away from me unless like you know me.
Maybe a little distance.
The other thing is like the eagerness that they want you to like them so bad. And it's like, dude, like I'm going to like you less the more you try to make me like you.
It's, their emotions are on their sleeve and on their face and they're quick to show you. The second you don't do what they want, you're going to hear about it. By hear, I mean see.
Yeah. Listen, it's too forward for me. Not into it. So I felt a bit tortured while making this art and going through the process. And actually, like, by the end of my time, I felt, like, kind of sick to my stomach.
Oh, my God.
Jonathan, if you listen to this, like, it's because your writing is so beautiful that I felt these emotions. So, like, please don't take that the wrong way. Like, I was invested in this character.
Well, you were immersed.
And it got too much for me. I was like, this is too much. And I feel so bad.
Jori's sensitive. She's a sensitive soul.
I'm what they call a sensitive. I'm just kidding.
She does take on emotions. She does.
I do take on like an insane amount of emotions. And I do like people to stay fucking 30 feet away from me, please.
She does.
Unless invited, then it's cool. I'll hug you and kiss you and all the good things.
Mimes.
Clearly, Jonathan, this is like a testament to your writing. Beautiful, poetic. As a woman who also has multiple like
pursuits
of creative endeavors.
Yeah.
I felt so much for your character. And like in the world that we live in, I'm going there. The world we live in, it's just like the opportunities for women to do what they actually want to do and be a mime, for example, get scoffed at.
Of course.
It made me so sad.
That's why I was interested in this story, like taking that journey of like a woman that's going to essentially abandon her family responsibilities and her partnership. That is meaningful. It is not something we see often.
Yeah.
It is not something that almost any culture is comfortable with.
Yeah.
This is a sparse telling. He could have left out that she had a partner. He could have left out that she had children, but he chose to include those things so that we know the full scale of what her life looks like and the scale of the weight of the decisions that she's made to pursue her art in this way.
Yeah.
It's in the tradition of art that I find very impactful and important.
Absolutely.
And meaningful, and I'm grateful for it.
Absolutely. So, Jonathan, thank you so much for letting us read your story.
Yes.
Clearly, I had to unpack some shit. It's good that I worked through that.
Look your fears in the eye.
Yeah.
You'll get that when you look at the art, dear reader. On the next episode of Art of the Short, we'll be reading Thumbelina by Hans Christian Andersen. As always, a free link to the short story is in our show notes for you.
And we would love to see your art and hear your thoughts on these short stories. So please join the conversation and send us your artwork. To learn how, go to artoftheshort.com and follow the installation on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
Twitter.
Art of the Short. What are your thoughts on mimes? We shouldn't group clowns and mimes.
I want to be clear that you did that.
Okay, no, but I am taking that back. Okay, I'm taking it back. I'm not taking back. I'm taking it back, if I wasn't clear.
I'm taking it back.
Well, maybe I am both. I'm taking it back a bit, and I'm taking it back. Okay, we gotta go. Bethany, I love you so much.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye. I'm going to hate listening back to this episode while I edit because I'm going to be like, oh my God, Jori, you just offended so many mimes.
Clowns worldwide.
So many clowns.
Clowns worldwide.
It sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm actually being
She's
serious.
not. I'm not either.
The
because
art.
I respect clowns.
Yeah.
Clowning is powerful.
Sorry.
You just laughed in my face.
No, because it was funny. I'm sorry. That was funny.
I do.
Listen. The thing is, I totly agree.
Keep laughing. The listeners aren't going to know that we're being serious.
Sorry.
Holy shit. You better edit this so that the clown communities and mime communities don't turn on us.
No, I know. No. I respect all artistry. Even if it scares me. And you know what? Like,
good for that art.
Yeah. You're supposed to make people uncomfortable, and good for you. Sorry, I can't handle it sometimes. It's just the close talking.